28. Jonathan Taylor.
Sure, yeah, Jonathan Taylor episode.
First one that came to my mind.
Wisco. Josh Jacobs, if you want to have a shitty running back, will be the episode.
What number was Marshall Falk?
28.
Marshall Falk.
20, yeah, Marshall Falk
Marshall
episode.
Falk.
The weapon.
Greatest show.
Yeah.
Action-packed recap episode for you. We have a couple talking points from the NFL. The games for this past week. We're going to re-power rank the entire NFL. We have a few tiers for the
Power rank some shit. How about that?
The bottom teams, and then we have our top 10. We have our Super Bowl contenders. Breaking it all down. We're going to re-power rank the NFL. Also going to do some quick college football talk. The new college football playoff rank will be out. Or maybe the first one. The first one. The first college football playoff rank should be out today as you listen to this, Monday. Don't they put it out Monday?
Uh-huh.
First one should be out. We'll talk about it a little bit. And then we have some NBA hot takes. It's hot take season.
Ooh. It's early, so all the takes right now are extra steamy, extra hot.
Extra hot. Let's jump into it.
Just jump into conclusions. First thing, before we get into any sports, I got something that I need to... We're gonna.
I actually do too.
What about we do a double rank some shit? It is Halloween. I need you to give me your Mount Rushmore of candy bars. We're recording this on Halloween. It will be November 1st.
I'm not a huge candy bar
released.
guy.
You got to prefer some.
I like Skittles and Starburst and fruity stuff.
So you just don't like any candy bars?
Not really.
There's the hot take, folks.
It's not that I don't like them. I just don't prefer them. I mean, Snickers are good. Super underrated, super slept on. The 100 Grand bar would be on my Mount Rushmore. It's delicious. I really like it.
I have a take. Snickers are overrated. I don't really care for them.
They're fine.
Too much peanut, not enough candy.
Milky Way, Kit Kat. Fire it off. What do you got?
I'm a Twix man myself.
Love a Twix.
I love a Twix.
Drop them in the freezer. Take you all the way.
Yeah, but maybe more a fridge. That cookie gets a little hard.
Don't break your teeth, kids.
Gets a little hard. I love a Kit Kat. Those are my 1 and 2. Love a Kit Kat, love a Twix.
Love a 100 Grand bar. Love a Reese's Cup.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that classifies. I guess that qualifies. If that qualifies, it's definitely in there. But
it's not really.
It's not a bar, but it is
really specific Mount Rushmore. I mean, whatever you got to do. What else you got?
I'd probably a Twix. What'd I say? Twix, a Kit Kat. I like Three Musketeers. A lot of people don't like Three Musketeers. I love a Three Musketeers. Wow. And then my fourth, maybe just a regular Hershey's. Just a regular Hershey's with the little bricks or the little whatever.
Yeah.
Little breakaway pieces.
I like that probably more than any of those other ones you said. My Mount Rushmore of Halloween candy for sure. Skittles 1.
Just standard.
Starburst.
Red bag.
Oh, yeah. Starburst. Sour Patch Kids for sure. Miscellaneous number 4. Man, what can I throw in there? You get the vibe of the list, though.
He's a gummy fruity guy. I like some gummy fruity, too. Starbursts are great. What about a hard candy? You like a Jolly Rancher?
Ooh, yeah.
I love a Jolly Rancher.
Big fan. My grandma always had a bunch of Jolly Ranchers. I housed them all.
Rank your Jolly Rancher flavors.
I don't know. The blue one's really good.
Blue raspberry's good.
I don't know.
A lot of people don't like green apple. I like the green apple.
Bad take.
Yeah, the green apple's good.
That would be 2 probably.
The grape is the worst. Yes or no?
Yeah.
The grape stinks.
Yeah.
Then the watermelon, the strawberry, or is it watermelon and cherry, I think? The pink and the red?
I don't know what the red is.
I think it's cherry. Those two are good too.
Cherry might be last. I'm not a cherry guy.
I kind of like the cherry. Cherry is a hit or miss flavor, but in the context of the Jolly Rancher,
it's okay.
It's pretty good,
I'm
I think.
Usually not a cherry guy, but in the Jolly Rancher version.
Great flavored stuff. Other than soda, all bad. Hot take. Probably not even a hot take. I feel like most people don't like grape flavored things.
Nah. Take it or leave it.
What did you have to say?
I know everyone's been really worried. A couple episodes ago, we let you know that we were having problems with the sink. Our nightmare's over. We got a new sink.
The sink has been fixed. The sink is
also
up and running.
Also confirms that our landlord, Dan, is an avid watcher of the show because the day we put it out was the day we got the sink.
Yeah.
So
he was watching.
Dan, how you doing? Appreciate the sink. Took you long enough. Figure it out. Happy to have it, though. Just want to let the folks know that we're no longer suffering.
Yeah. Emotionally, the scars are still there. They're going to take a while to heal up.
Yeah. That's not going away anytime soon.
I never knew I would love to wash dishes so much. Really
What a blessing.
Really enjoying it.
Yeah. Anyways, let's talk NFL. Not that many talking points for me this week. I do want to say that after a week off, we took a break. Panthers, I'm back.
Really?
I'm back.
This performance got you back?
I'm back. Stephon Gilmore, game-winning pick. He's out there. Christian McCaffrey, we're coming back next week.
Here's the thing.
Maybe we're better without Darnold. He got the dizzies. He's out.
It's not like the quarterback play that came in after was super exciting.
Listen, the offense, it goes as Christian McCaffrey goes.
I mean,
we're back in the playoff race.
We're
back in the playoff hunt.
I'm not
I take back. I'm not all the way back in, but cautiously back in. McCaffrey's back. Stephon Gilmore, maybe the best corner in the league, playing game-winning interception. I'm just saying. Meow. We're back.
Yeah, a lot of confusing stuff happened in the NFL this week. We did horribly with our picks. Not horribly. Noon slate we missed every single one.
A bit under 500. Last week was a 3 or 4 over. This week will probably be 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 depending on how these late games go. Under 500. Yeah. So is the NFL. I'll tell you what, the NFL, when you think you know something, the NFL will remind you know nothing.
No.
Because
you know nothing, Jon Snow.
Because the Cincinnati Bengals went on the road to the Jets and lost outright today to Mike White.
Survivor. I'm out. I'm sorry, everybody that tailed us.
Done.
We're out. Done.
We were due. I think that was the first one all year of 7 or more points outright win in the NFL, which is wild.
I thought the Jets beat someone else. That probably wasn't a 7
No, it
point.
was. It was crashed down. It was like 4.5 by kick. It was the Titans.
Yes. I don't know. Yeah.
Shocker on the road there.
I got.
Anything else you want to bring up? Really, kind of a bad week for football.
Not a lot of close games.
No, we said on the spread show it was a ton of big numbers. The Rams killed the Texans. The Bills.
Chargers
the Dolphins.
Patriots was exciting.
It
There
was
was kind of a lot of mistakes made.
We got that game right. They won on the field. We both were on New England in that game.
Saints Bucks was pretty exciting. That was a pretty good game.
You know how you know you're a terrible coach in the NFL? You come off your bye and get smoked by 24 on the road against the below average Seahawks roster. Not good.
No, Jacksonville's. We're going to power rank some teams, and we have tiers.
They're not high.
Spoiler alert: they're going to be in the bottom. I don't know Wes's list. They're going to be in the bottom tier for both of us.
Oh yeah.
The Rams handled business. The Bills, they kind of hung around early, but they ended up handling them. The Bears, you seem to be wrong about the Bears. They kind of got killed. Fields had some pop plays though.
Oh man,
looked really
one
good.
of the plays of the year.
That run was incredible.
One of the plays of the year, but yeah, just couldn't really stop the run game. And I was right on Pittsburgh though. They won outright in that game. Defense just kind of got them there. Just a banged up Cleveland team. Got him there. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby Lions. What is you doing?
Whoops.
I think we've mentioned this a couple times in the preseason. We said, how long does the Dan Campbell rah-rah speech work? We might have reached that point where they're just not really buying in anymore.
But like, part of me is like, in the NFL, is it even like they just suck. They're just way worse players.
Dan, we stink. We're not any good.
Like earlier, was it that they were playing harder? Like, is that a thing in the NFL? Like, you're playing for your job every single down when you're in the NFL.
I think there's some.
Yeah, probably.
I think
I've never played in the NFL. Wouldn't know.
Yeah, me either. Definitely.
Seems to me
can't relate.
You get
I think
to that
there's
point,
a little bit more motivation.
Seems you get to that point mentally, you're probably a pretty strong mental guy. If you reach that level of football,
sure.
You kind of understand what you do, what you need to do going in. Maybe not. Some guys are just super talented and don't really get it.
When you're 0-8, it just gets a little easier to go through the motions during the week. Like when you're out on the field, yeah, you're going to play hard. But just the prep and the work during the week, just easier to slack up. Don't get me wrong. I don't know either. It just seems like it would be easy to do.
Okay. Are you ready to get to power rank all 32 NFL teams? Okay, so here's how we did this. We put the top 10 in order, and the rest we just kind of fit into tiers. Here are the tiers. Tank at all costs. These are the worst teams in the NFL, teams that should be actively trying to lose, blow the team up, they stink. Then we have not very good, teams that in our estimation probably have no chance of making the playoffs, just not very good clubs. We have fine, which is, like I said, they're fine. They're okay. pretty good, which is teams that are actively hunting in the playoffs, solid teams.
Playoff
then we have
caliber.
our top 10.
Yeah, we have top 10. We have playoff caliber. I wrote down fine, not very good, and tankathon.
Top 10, pretty good, fine, not very good, tank. All right, I'm going to imagine, do you have 5 teams in your tank tier?
No, I have 4.
Really?
Who are your tank teams?
Detroit.
Of course.
Houston.
Of course.
The Jets.
Of course.
Miami.
No.
Jacksonville.
Those 4 for sure.
Miami's the worst team in the NFL. Basically.
They don't have their own pick, though. You can't tank when you don't have your own pick.
Well, that's not really what I meant. They're like, maybe I should not word it tank. I mean, they're the cellar dweller dog shit teams.
They're very, very bad. I took it from the standpoint of, should you tank for draft picks? Little loophole there. They don't have their first round pick. So.
Yeah, don't take it that way. Like, teams that you wouldn't be surprised if they didn't win another game. Dog shit, bottom of the barrel, awful teams.
I would put them in not very good.
You would still put them in not very good? That's probably fair.
And they would probably deserve to be at the top of your tier. Probably.
Yeah, they're the best team in this tier.
Best team. Yeah.
Okay. So not a lot of discussion there.
No,
all those teams really suck.
Awful. For sure going to pick in the top 10 in the draft. Those 4 that we both have, probably all going to pick in the top 5.
I have 9 teams and not very good.
Wow, I have 5.
Wow. Okay. So we probably interpreted this a little bit different. Maybe not. None of these teams, I don't think any of these teams are making the playoffs. Seattle. In that tier for you?
No, they're in fine.
San Francisco.
Fine.
Panthers.
What do you have in fine? It's like you don't even have a
We
tier.
have 4 teams, and I have 4 teams in fine.
Okay.
Then I have 4 teams in pretty good. Denver.
No.
You have them in fine? Or you don't have them in not very good?
I have them in fine. I have them a tier ahead.
Eagles.
They are in not very good.
Washington.
They are in not very good.
Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Bears.
No.
Atlanta.
The Falcons are in not very good, along with the Dolphins, who I put 1 tier ahead.
Okay. So, my thoughts on my list. What teams do you think stand out as am I too low on there?
I think by some of the record, not even because I like the Panthers, but the Panthers are I think they're 4-4 now. That's pretty fine. I just don't know what you're defining as that tier of teams, I guess.
I don't think they're very good. I don't really think they have a legitimate chance to make the playoffs. I think their quarterback stinks.
But we have an entire tier of playoff caliber. I think those teams, there's a difference between below average or not very good and just fine.
To me, fine and up is playoff caliber. To me, I guess.
Well, playoff caliber and up would be playoff caliber to me.
Well, I changed it to pretty good. Did I not tell you that?
No.
Okay, sorry. Either way, whatever. Pretty good, fine, not very good. Yeah. Okay, here's the teams I would be highest on in this tier. I think the Bears, San Francisco, and the Panthers I could hear an argument for. The rest of them I would not hear an argument for. They're not very good.
Yeah, and that's what
Atlanta, New York, Washington, Denver, Philly, Seahawks. All for sure not very good.
So I have the Seahawks up there. They're now 3-5, and they should get Russ back. And I think that's a 500 team, which I think I would qualify as fine in that mid tier of.
Russ is a big swing. Obviously, I'm ranking them right now. I guess if they get Russ back, they would certainly move into fine. They would not move up to pretty good.
Which they will. They have a bye and they have 1 more game. If they go to 3-6 and then get him back and they finish 500, I think they're in that range. I don't know. It's close, I guess. With Geno, they're certainly not very good.
Yeah. So which of these teams that I said do you think is the most egregious to put in not very good?
I think the Panthers.
You think the Panthers are better than San Francisco and I guess obviously they're Chicago. Chicago, do you think that's reasonable to put them in not very good?
Yeah, they've shown they're not that good, especially their coaching staff's pretty bad. They've got flashes of good things on both sides. They're just really underwhelming. I think not very good's fair for them.
That game today, they just
thought they got a chance to win that.
They just kind of got handled.
They got handled. Exactly what I was going to say. Handled is a proper word for it. They were beaten up for sure.
49ers and Panthers, the Panthers have looked so bad. They beat the Falcons today. That didn't really do anything for me. They are just super up and down. I don't think I can put them in to fine. The 49ers, I could potentially. I just think they're talented, and they've been very banged up. But right now, with the state of the roster and the state of how they're playing, it seems like they're just incapable of beating good teams.
Yeah, they are kind of in that kind of gatekeeper-ish spot.
They can handle all the teams below them. They can't handle any of the teams above them.
They can beat up bad teams, but when it comes to matching up with a good team, it's probably not going to go very well. So I'm interested to see who you've separated between fine and playoff caliber. So how did that split go?
Sorry I did this to you. Let's just define it as pretty good and not playoff caliber. I guess that's on me. I should have told you that. I thought I did. It slipped my mind.
Right, because playoff caliber.
I think fine. All these teams in fine could make the playoffs, but I think it's very unlikely. That would be how I define fine. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the 4 teams I have in fine are Minnesota, the Steelers, the Colts, and the Patriots.
Okay. So I do have the Colts in that tier with you, and I have the other 3 a tier up.
So the Bears, Panthers, 49ers are all in this tier for you?
Yep, Bears, Panthers, 49ers, and the Seahawks. You had them in the lower one. I think they're all fine. If things really, really broke right, could they get the 7th spot and make a wild card? Maybe, but probably not.
Okay.
Very unlikely. Fine teams, middle of the pack-ish teams, I would say.
Which team do you feel the best about in this tier for you? Which team do you think could break through the ceiling, pop up a tier?
If the Seahawks could win one more game with Geno Smith and go to 4-5 and then get Russ back after the bye, I think they're in play to get a wild card, although the division's very tough. I think they're in play just because he's that good.
Interesting.
And probably not the... So in the NFC, if you look at the Panthers, they're behind both the Buccaneers and the Saints, obviously, in their division. And the NFC West is very good with the Cardinals and Rams. But outside of the leaders, the Cowboys and the Packers in the other divisions, the 7th spot is open in that.
You said in the NFC?
Conference, yeah, for the Panthers or like the Vikings who are playing right now or the 49ers, for someone to make a move and go get that last spot.
Yeah, I think...
So the Panthers at 4-4 right now, with McCaffrey coming back, got Gilmore active, maybe could get that 7th spot and be a wild card team. I think that those 2 would be the options if I had to.
So I'm kind of coming back around, I guess, on Pittsburgh, but is that the best division in the NFL? It's debatable.
Probably them, that or the NFC West, I would
debatable.
say. I have them. So when I had it as playoff caliber, I think the Steelers could still make the playoffs, and I think they're pretty good.
Yeah, I think they could make the playoffs. I can't get behind Ben. I just can't do it.
Sure, I don't think it's likely, but I think it is on the table. That's a big win on the road in Cleveland today.
For me, I think the best team in this tier for me would be the Vikings. I have the fewest question marks. I think Kirk kind of has a ceiling to what he does, but he's definitely the best quarterback of New England, Indy, Pittsburgh, in that. He's certainly the best of those 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah, they are.
They certainly have the best offense, and their defense is, good enough. They're holding the Cowboys to 13 points right now, albeit with Cooper Rush.
Yeah. If they go to 4-3, yeah, that's probably right. Cousins, you're going to get a good run game, solid defense, probably in the conversation for that last spot with the Panthers. I'd say those 2 teams are probably fighting it out.
Okay. So, pretty good. I have 4 teams in pretty good. Mm-hmm. How many teams do you have in pretty good?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7.
Go ahead and give me your pretty good teams.
Pretty good teams from the in no real order, I suppose, from the bottom up. I have the Vikings and the Steelers. I have the Patriots. Those 3 teams you had in the tier below, right?
Yep.
I think those all have a chance in play to make the playoffs. I think they're pretty good. I also put the Chargers and the Bengals, the Browns, and the Chiefs.
Wow. You have teams in your top 10 I didn't expect.
Yeah, so now we're talking right on the fringe of top 10 for the following along at home. These are pretty good, basically fringe top 10 teams. These are like 10 through 15-ish.
Okay. I'm surprised you don't have the Chargers in your top 10 because you've been very high on them all year, but they've looked pretty bad the last 2 outings.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah. I struggled with them as well. I do like the roster as much as about any team. So pretty good. I'm going to change last second audible. I'm moving 2 teams around.
Moving the Chargers down?
I'm moving the Chargers down, you're right.
You can't put them in there.
No, you can't.
They just lost to the Patriots at home. Why? And got their ass beat by the Ravens on the road before their bye. So they've had 3 weeks where we've not seen. I mean, you can't count the bye, obviously, but 2 weeks where you haven't seen anything to like. Herbert didn't look very good today. They got it run down their throat again. I think they're just pretty good. And a little preview. Don't think they can win the Super Bowl. We're going to tell you who we think is still in play to win the Super Bowl. I don't think they are. I don't think they have.
Did you have the Bengals in this tier?
I do, yeah.
Okay. So the 4 teams, I flipped some teams. The 4 teams I have down here, I have Tennessee. They're sort of like the Chargers in that week to week, I don't know what I'm getting out of them. I have the Chargers.
Disrespectful.
And this team, I probably struggled the most with whether I put them in top 10. But what have you done for me lately? I have the Bengals down here. They lost to the fucking Jets.
Lost outright to the Jets, folks.
Had they handled that game, they firmly would have been in my top 10.
Yeah, they would have been on the 8, 9, 10
They've lost to the Bears. They've lost to the Jets. Not a consistent team. It's expected with a team that's this young. I'm not sure Zach Taylor's probably maybe the guy. I don't know how good of a coach he is.
Just can't lose to the Jets.
And then I have the Chiefs also. So those are my 4 teams that I have in this tier. Read me your list one more time.
For pretty good?
Yep.
Okay, I have the Chiefs, Browns, Bengals, Chargers, Steelers, Patriots, Vikings. I think they're all in a very similar boat. Maybe if the Browns got a little healthier. I just don't love what I'm seeing. They just lost at home to the Steelers, who we both don't think are awesome. I think they're fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I love them. And I'm sure there's a lot of people thinking the Chiefs can't do it.
No.
I got to see more.
Can't.
I mean, they can't be in your top 10. They just can't be.
They've showed me absolutely nothing to put them up there.
Massive panic button. They have not showed enough. It's just you can't put them in there.
No. Totally agree. Not enough. Not even close to enough. Okay. Let's start with... Hold on. I'm still tweaking my list, folks. We're
supposed to do this before.
Well, I did, but it's really hard, so I'm changing my list.
Are you telling me you made a bad list?
I mean, probably.
Major bone to pick. Disrespectful to have the Titans in pretty good, I think.
Really?
Not in the top 10. Yeah.
Why? Give me the case.
What's their record?
I don't even know. But
6-2.
But I know from watching them, I'm not impressed.
You got to play who's on the schedule, and you got to win the games. They did lose to the Jets.
That's what I'm saying. They lost to the Jets.
That's fine.
Tannehill about blew that fucking game today. Like, I don't believe in them. Their defense is not good.
Isn't it?
I don't think. I mean, they gave up 34 points to Carson Wentz today, or 31 points.
They won the game.
I understand they won the game.
They beat the Chiefs, who, whatever, still got to beat them, kick the shit out of them, and beat the Bills. Impressive wins. It's egregious not to have them in the top 10. They're 6-2.
I don't.
Well, who do you have in there?
10th, I have the Browns. I just think the Browns are a better team
when they're
healthy.
Browns.
I think the Browns haven't been healthy all year. I think when they're healthy, they're better than the Titans. Their defense, I think, is inarguably better. I'd take Baker over Tannehill.
I think that's really close, but
the run games, they're probably the 2 best run games in the NFL. I just like the Browns better. I think the Browns are more built to win in the playoffs. I probably am just too high on them. I probably just don't want to believe that they're not as good as I think they are, but I understand the records are obviously in favor of the Titans, To me, this is not the 10 best records in the NFL in order. So I have the Browns there.
Okay.
Who do you have 10th?
I have the Raiders at 10.
Okay. I have no problem with that at all. I have the Raiders a little higher.
They're 5-2. New coach. They're playing well for him. I mean, what do you say? Cars look good. Defenses look solid. Disrespectful not to have him in there right now. I think they're a solid football team.
Totally agree. Playing good in all phases. I think that's
such a similar case to the Titans to me.
I just think they're a more talented team to me. I don't know. I like Carr way better than I like Tannehill at this point.
Really?
Carr's made very few mistakes. Tannehill has played them out of games, in my opinion, a few times this year.
They've only lost twice.
I know, but I think they've won in spite of him a lot.
Okay. Who do you have at 9?
Baltimore Ravens.
Okay. I have them at 8.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they're just built to win games. Lamar's very hard to stop. Their run game is, seems like they can just plug anyone they want in their run game. The defense they've had a good defense for 20 years, it feels like.
Yep.
Model of consistency. Don't think they can win the Super Bowl. Solid as hell.
So I was going to ask you, where do you have the Saints? Next spot up?
2 spots up.
Okay. The Raiders and the Ravens, who we both have on here. Have we got to the Ravens yet for you, or the Raiders yet for you?
The Raiders are 1 spot ahead. Okay. The Raiders are 7th.
Do we think any of these teams can win the Super Bowl?
No.
Me either. Ravens are 8 for me. I have the Saints at 9. The quarterback situation, huge concern now. Jameis is probably out for the year. I don't know. Drew Brees, check your phone.
So
I think Taysom
I have the Saints 7th. If they get Deshaun Watson, do you think they can win the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yeah, same.
100%.
Absolutely.
Would be a huge favorite.
They
would be a wagon. Not like an actual huge favorite, but they would be a top 3 or 4 or 5 favorite.
Yeah, totally agree.
If he could play.
Here's the thing. I can't say they're a Super Bowl team if Trevor Siemian's going to be the fucking quarterback. I just can't do that.
Taysom's coming back. I mean, that doesn't
matter.
He's coming back. No, I don't think they
basically any quarterback they could get that's not Deshaun Watson, I don't think they can win the Super Bowl with. I don't think they could probably win the Super Bowl with Jameis Winston, to be honest.
Nah.
So they are 7th.
I have them at 9 right now. Quarterback concerns, but their defense is great.
So then you have the Titans 7th?
I have them at 7. Yep.
Who did you have 8th?
The Ravens.
So
okay. You have one team in here that I don't. Who is it?
Cleveland.
Okay, at 10. Yep. So we have all the same teams in some order from 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I just have a bad taste in my mouth for the Titans early in the year. I probably do. I'm not
sure why.
I think that loss to the Jets just really rubbed me the wrong way on them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very bad loss.
It's a really bad loss.
It happened. Then they bounced back and beat the Bills.
They beat the fucking Bills.
Spoiler alert, I have it number 1.
Same, me too.
I mean,
they're probably better than the Browns.
At some point, you just win games.
They're probably better than the Browns. You talk me into it. They're better than the Browns.
I think just they've lost to the Cardinals and the Jets.
I will stand. What did I do?
I would maybe hear an argument. I think you overrate the Browns' defense a little bit. They have a couple pieces that Myles Garrett is obviously elite. And I think it's solid, but I don't know.
I like the pass rush. I think maybe I overrate them. I probably do. Browns are pretty good. Titans at 10. I still like the Ravens, Raiders, Saints better than I like the Titans.
That's fair. I would hear.
Don't buy Tannehill.
Any of those arguments. Yeah, he's pretty fine. Don't think they can win a Super Bowl.
Derek Carr, Lamar Jackson for sure better. Saints.
So we have a better. We have the top 6 are all the same for us.
Probably in a different order. Maybe not.
At 6,
maybe not actually.
At 6, I have the Cowboys.
Me too.
Okay.
We think all 6 of these teams can win the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Assuming Dak Prescott is healthy, obviously, for the Cowboys. Obviously.
At 6, I have the Cowboys.
Me too.
Who do you have at 5?
Let's give the case. Cowboys. What's their biggest weakness? What could keep them from being a Super Bowl caliber team?
I would say maybe
I think the secondary is shoddy.
I think it is their biggest question mark. If they can get Marcus Lawrence back, I was going to say maybe like an elite pass rush or an elite pass rusher that can really break a game. They can get Lawrence back playing well. Their linebackers have been really good. It has to be the secondary. They have an elite offensive line when it's healthy, elite running back, elite quarterback.
We talked about Trayvon Diggs isn't that good, guys. He gets burned and somehow has gotten an interception every single game. That's not going to continue. He gets burned almost every single play. He gambles on every single route.
The reason he gets so many interceptions is because they throw at him like every play.
Yeah.
Because they're attacking him.
Mm-hmm.
He's been opportunistic. He has jumped routes. He's also been double moved and beaten deep for a lot of plays.
Yep.
He's not that good.
That game where he got the pick and then gave up the 80-yard bomb or whatever.
His entire career.
Encapsulated him. Okay.
So far.
So the 5th best team I have as the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay. I put Tampa here.
Ooh, okay. Give me the case for why Tampa's not higher.
Oh my God, he just got killed. We're watching Sunday Night Football. Cooper Rush just got murdered off the edge. I don't know who that was. Just really big concerns about the secondary, really. Yeah. I mean, hopefully they'll get healthy, and then they're probably the favorite with the Bills and Rams. I mean, right there. Not a lot of holes elsewhere. Yeah. I don't think there's a lot separating them, and I should probably have them over the Cardinals. Yeah, I'll flip them in the Cardinals.
Okay.
I'll put the Cardinals 5 and the Buccaneers 4.
I have the Green Bay Packers 4th. And you have the Buccaneers 4th?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
I don't have many nitpicks on the Packers. It's splitting hairs with all these teams up here. These teams are all really good.
I would say the biggest weakness, as it has been for like 10 years, is an elite playmaker opposite of Adams and Aaron Jones. I mean, so far he's been able to make it work, but
yeah, I think really good teams with really good coaches may be able to sort of game plan Adams out of the game. I mean, he is that type of receiver that it's just impossible to do almost.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And also, opposite of Jair Alexander, once he's healthy, they're fairly weak, although they did draft a corner who's been okay. Yeah, good. I mean, I have them 3rd, so I think they're for sure a major contender.
So you have Tampa 4. Okay, I have the Rams 3rd.
I have the Rams 2nd.
Okay, so you have Green Bay 3rd, right?
Yep. And so you have Tampa 2nd?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I'll still, I mean, the Rams beat them, but you could do that with whatever.
Yeah, you could flip this list all the Jets.
I have the Packers over the Cardinals because they just went on the road and beat them with no one. Seems to make sense.
Those teams are pretty close to me, but beating them without your best player probably other than Rodgers and without Jair Alexander, it's very telling to me.
Yeah.
The Cardinals are very, very good. They're probably not ready yet.
It feels like people are really just waiting for the Cardinals to fold.
No, I think they're legit. I think they're really good, but I don't think they're as good as these top 4 teams. I could even be swayed into them not being as good as the Cowboys. I don't know. They're probably better than the Cowboys, but
maybe
I could hear a compelling argument.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I think the Bills and the Rams need to be in the top 3.
Yeah,
and then outside of that, you can kind of pitch me either way on some of these teams. I think Tampa probably needs to be in the top 3, 4. But other than that,
I think the Bills was easy for me at number 1. The Rams and the Bucks was basically a coin flip. There's not much separating them.
Fair.
The Rams, I don't know. They don't have a lot of weaknesses.
No.
I guess defending the run maybe, but even that they're pretty good at. They've got Ramsey on the outside.
Yeah.
Their O-line play maybe you could argue isn't as good as some of these other teams.
Maybe.
Tampa Bay and Green Bay probably have better O-lines. Cowboys probably have a better O-line. Stafford, never seen him win a playoff game. I don't know that that's a real concern. I don't know if that's his fault, but we've never seen him win a playoff game. So once we see that, I guess maybe we'll be comfortable.
It's not your fault.
I know, but I'll side with Tom Brady. I'll feel good. I'll feel good siding with Tom Brady.
I've heard he's good. Heard Tom's good.
If you'd bet on Tom Brady to win the Super Bowl every year, you probably would have been up.
He wins like half of them.
Would have been up money at this point in your life.
Wins it a lot. Bills number 1 for me, Rams 2. Those 6 teams I think can win the Super Bowl. I also put SB next to the Chiefs, just because I'll leave a light on. I'll leave a light on for Patrick Mahomes. And if they can figure the secondary out, if they can get it figured out, they can win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
That is no other team. I thought about maybe the Browns or like one of these teams isn't pretty good, but I don't think they have the upside to win the Super Bowl. The Chiefs, however, have proven over the past couple of years they have the quarterback, the coach that can win the Super Bowl.
So let me give you a pitch for one team that maybe is a dark horse.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason is, so if you look at this top 6, there's one AFC team in that top 6. The other 5 are all NFC teams.
Interesting.
Which tells me the NFC is far better at the top, and the NFC is going to be an absolute gauntlet to get to the Super Bowl. AFC, on the other hand, maybe a little lighter. I wouldn't be shocked if the Raiders made the Super Bowl.
Wow.
That's a hot take.
Wow.
I wouldn't. I mean, I have them as the second highest rated AFC team in my mind.
I hear you.
Solid all around. Rally around the coach.
It wouldn't shock me if they finish with a better record than the Ravens, host a playoff game, and beat them.
Yeah.
Wouldn't shock me at all. Or the Browns, or the Steelers.
Here's the thing. All these teams Titans, they match up with, if they can make it to the AFC title game, which I think is not out of the question at all, you got a shot against the Bills. You got a game. It's one game.
It's one game. Yeah, if someone could knock off the Bills and then it's wide open,
not saying
I hear you.
Not saying I'm
not
confident.
Gonna call you crazy. I'm not gonna call you crazy.
AFC's a little light. There's only one powerhouse team really.
It really is.
I mean, unless the Chiefs somehow flip some switch or make some trade, I don't think that trade is out there to be made. But I mean, they could trade for 4 defensive players, I guess, and 3 offensive linemen.
I think Deshaun Watson is a wild card. Even if he gets traded, I don't think he'll be able to play.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, if he goes to the Saints are
Giddy
cooking
up.
with gas.
Giddy up.
They're still a little light on receiver. I don't know that matters really. Yeah, he'll probably make those receivers look a little bit better.
I bet it would make Mike Thomas's ankle feel a lot better if Deshaun Watson got traded there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I kind of do want to play.
Yeah. Everyone will be like, Marquez Callaway is big and rangy and athletic. He is making a lot of plays. This is weird.
All right. Bit of a long segment there.
Power rank some shit.
Did want to break down at least our top 10 a little more than we had before. Man, I'm glad I talked to you on the Titans. Good for me.
You were right.
Before we move on to hoops, let's talk college football playoff. We have a huge, huge debate that's going to go down. So Cincinnati is going to be in the top 4 when it comes out.
Correct.
The problem is, if there's a one-loss conference champion, do you put them in over Cincinnati? And I think...
Depends on the conference champion. 2 of these teams that I have in my top 4, if they go in with 1 loss, they will certainly get in over them.
I think it's... not even a debate that you put them in over Cincinnati. Not only are they...
I think...
Not only are they a non-Power 5 team, they've been an unimpressive non-Power 5 team. I think the only reason they're up there this far...
They beat Notre Dame. Notre Dame that's their only loss. It's Notre Dame's only loss. If you want to argue that, that's Notre Dame's only loss.
Sure. That's their best win.
At Notre Dame.
And they've been unimpressive to me outside of that. They've battled deep with Tulane.
Navy kind of
hung around against Navy. It's just not been that impressive. I think, quite obviously, Georgia will be number 1. I think Oklahoma should be number 2. I think I know Ohio State and Alabama are better than them.
Yeah,
but Cincinnati will be 3 or probably 2 when it comes out.
They'll be 2 or 3. Yeah, they'll be 2 or 3. Correct.
With Oklahoma, right?
Yep.
And then they'll probably put Bama at 4.
Michigan State's undefeated. Thoughts on that?
I have them ranked over Cincinnati.
Well, I'm saying, what do you think the committee will say? Undefeated Michigan State or 1-loss Alabama?
They just beat undefeated Michigan.
They did. I think Michigan State will be in the top 4 when it comes out. I don't think Alabama will be in there.
Yeah, you're probably right. I have them ranked over Michigan State right now, but you're probably right.
Okay, so here's my top 4. I think So this is funny. So we talked all year like, parity, it's going to be wide open. Guys, the 4 best teams in college football are Georgia, Ohio State, Oklahoma, and Alabama.
That's exactly who I have in the top 4. Because it's just what it is.
They're just way better, guys. Cincinnati will get fucking boat raced by all these teams. Oklahoma, maybe it would be close just because their defenses, they could probably give up some points. Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, killing them.
If Alabama,
absolutely fucking
if Alabama beats Georgia, Cincinnati is fucked.
Correct. Absolutely.
No chance. Because we have one-loss Oregon still. If they win the Pac-12 with one loss, they're in over Cincinnati.
Yep.
They beat Ohio State on the road.
So here's the other thing. Even if Ohio State loses, that would probably mean Michigan State is undefeated, so Michigan State will be in.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
Michigan has one loss. They're probably done. Notre Dame has one loss. They lost to Cincinnati. They're done.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my 7, 8, 9 is Oregon, Michigan, Notre Dame.
Wait a second. What if Wake Forest goes undefeated and wins the ACC, which could very well happen?
Yeah, it could.
They got to beat what? NC State?
Miami. Yeah, the ACC is fucking terrible.
They could be 13-0.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got some tests. I think they have Clemson, NC State left.
I'm not sure.
Which are winnable. They're good
Clemson
teams.
Sucks.
Clemson stinks. They could be. What happens then?
I don't know. Obviously, me watching them play, they're much worse than these top 4 teams. At some point,
the games matter.
Yeah.
The games have to matter.
Yeah, it's fucked. You got to have 8. This is so fucked.
It's so fucked. Also, huge thing that could happen. Oregon could go 12-1 and be the Pac-12 champ. Ohio State could go 12-1 and be the Big Ten champ and could be on that 4 bubble. You have to put Oregon in over them, right?
Ohio State would have better wins, I guess, but Oregon beat Ohio State. I get it, but no, that's the thing. I understand they beat them, but other than that, Oregon has beat like no ranked teams.
The teams got to matter. The games got to matter.
I understand. It's fucked. It's so fucked up.
Why would you do this to yourself? Just make it 8.
Just make it 8. It's so hard. This is going to be so hard. Well, it's not going to be hard if all these teams we have in the top 4 win out.
It'll probably sort itself out like it always does. But
if Alabama loses, it's going to be fucking chaos.
Yeah.
If Alabama loses in the SEC title game,
they're not.
Or I guess they lose before.
They're done if they get 2 losses.
Oh, absolutely. Right. They have no chance. But yeah, if that happens, it's total fucking chaos. It's absolutely a bunch of fan bases are going to be furious.
What happens at 11? What if Oklahoma State wins out and they're 12-1, Big 12 champ? They beat Oklahoma. They would probably have to beat them twice.
And let's not forget UTSA being undefeated. The Roadrunners.
They're in the Cincinnati boat, folks.
Come on. The Roadrunners undefeated? But here's the thing. Roadrunners, you got to hope you don't get in so you can say, we're national champs.
National champs.
You got to pull the UCF card.
Yeah.
We're national champs.
There's a very, very good chance that the Big 12 champion has 1 loss. You got Baylor with 1 loss right now, Oklahoma State with 1 loss right now, and Oklahoma with 1 loss, or no losses right now.
Oklahoma's undefeated. So if they don't lose any more games, that sorts itself out. No Big 12 teams are getting in. If Oklahoma loses at some point, which they've made it evident that it's very possible they could lose at some point. They've looked incredibly human.
Some of
against
these teams still
all
have to
these
play
teams.
each other. Like Oklahoma State, Oklahoma will have to play.
Michigan State, Ohio State, I believe, play before the end of the season.
Mm-hmm,
I'm pretty sure. So that'll kind of sort itself out. Michigan State already played. Cincy, I mean, they got to win out. Obviously, they're going to play their conference. They will.
I'm just saying it could be a mess.
Oh, I would. Yeah.
I hope it is a mess, and I hope we go to 8 teams.
We need this to be the year that they're like, this is fucked. There's 8 teams that deserve to get in right now. Because if Wake Forest ends up undefeated and Alabama has 1 loss, that's tough.
I mean, Alabama's better.
They are better. That's tough.
Play the games on the field.
That's
one
tough.
Team didn't lose any. 1 team lost 1.
Yeah, Ohio State and Alabama with 1 loss get in, and Wake Forest won a Power 5 conference undefeated.
If Alabama has 1 loss, then they won the SEC championship game.
Oh, well, still, though.
I mean, they would be in. They would be the 1 seed, probably.
Georgia? They've thoroughly pumped every team they played all year other than Alabama.
Georgia's getting in.
That's tough, though.
We'll do this every week now. Now that they're putting this out, we'll talk on the recap show
Yeah, I'm sure 2 weeks from now I'll be like, oh, we know exactly who's going to get. There's 5 teams that could get in. Since he's just
we'll move on for now. Let's just say we'll know more when their ranking comes out, because right now all we have to go off is the AP rank.
Yep. Okay, there's one thing. Sidebar. College football, I saw a lot of people get mad about this. I don't remember what the game was or who won. People online get so mad about kids storming the field. Like, this game was not important. Fuck you. Have fun. Storm the field for every game.
If you're a favorite and you storm the field,
they were favored. The Iowa football tradition would suggest that they shut the fuck up.
Who cares?
They're 20. They're pissed drunk.
It's a bunch of drunk college kids. You tell them what to do.
I don't think you should. The sacred tradition of go fuck yourself.
Get off my lawn.
Let everyone storm the field every game. Let them eat. Let them play. Let them have fun. Let them do their thing. You're 45 years old.
Yeah, get over yourself.
You hate your life.
Grow the fuck up.
It's fine. Okay. We've given a lot of takes on this show.
The hottest of takes, some would say.
Let's
talk NBA. Namba.
Here's the whole exercise we're doing, folks. We're, 2-3 weeks into the season, right? 2 weeks into the season.
We've played 11 games.
It's about time to muster up some steamy, hot, burning takes. I think we just...
It's overreaction time.
We just shoot them back and forth. We just table tennis them back and forth.
All right. Fire.
The Miami Heat can win the NBA Finals.
For sure. I don't think that's that hot of a take.
Jimmy Butler could win MVP of the league. If they're the 1 seed and he's the best player on their team, Jimmy Butler could win the MVP.
Way hotter take than the Miami Heat.
Oh, I mean, I'm warming up.
I'll go straight to Heat. The New York Knicks could win the title this season.
No, they
hot takes for a reason, folks.
I thought about this. I couldn't even.
The Eastern Conference leading New York Knicks could win the NBA Finals this season.
The New York Knicks could beat the Milwaukee Bucks in a playoff series.
I didn't say it was a cold take. RJ Barrett ascends to All-NBA, third team-ish. They already got Chunky McLeft.
Julius Randle.
Quickly take a step. Derrick Rose is an awesome point guard. Nice vet. Evan Fournier is looking good. They got room to maybe add a big piece.
Look, they make a trade. I'll talk. We can talk. Look, as currently constructed,
probably not, guys. I get it. It's a hot take, but
they look good.
They look awesome.
I think we can lock in that last year was not a fluke. The team's 100%. Good.
The defense will be there.
Yep. Defense travels.
Defense travels. Can you get the offensive game, the ascension of, could RJ Barrett be an All-NBA type guy? Could he be a star? We're talking.
Yep.
Now you got 2 of them, and we're talking.
Yep. Your take. I'm taking a piece of your take. I'm bouncing that take off. Next 10 years, I'd rather have RJ Barrett than Zion Williamson.
You don't got to sell me none of that, because I already got it all.
Fire it up!
I already got it all, baby.
RJ Barrett's averaging 25 a game. He's playing all NBA, all defense caliber defense. He's averaging a steal and a half and a block a game. He's
Zion Williamson
locking people up.
Looks like a house. Respectfully, we all deal with our weight issues. The dude looks chunky.
Can't move right now.
He looks so bad.
I don't know what his timetable is. I don't know how long he's been running. I don't want to make judgments.
He had a foot.
RJ Barrett's going to play games.
He had a foot injury or whatever, lower body injury.
Broken foot.
He couldn't do cardio, I'm sure, which contributes to what he's dealing with right now. Boy, does he look bad.
Yeah. That was an out of context 6-second clip of him running side to side. It's a little, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was trying to do.
Lane slides.
But
looked like he was 80.
Could have been warming up.
My
take stands. There it is.
You don't gotta sell me any of that.
RJ Barrett, star.
Dude,
stud
is a stud.
Stud. What do you got?
Let's see what else I got. Done that one already. Ooh, more player takes. This would be very controversial. Maybe not now. Probably still is. Preseason, very controversial. Neither Cade Cunningham nor Jalen Green are the best player in their class right now or projecting forward.
I have neither of them will win Rookie of the Year.
I think right now,
Cade Cunningham's played one game.
and he looked like fuck.
Yeah, he looked terrible. I mean, Jalen Green looked bad in his first game.
Neither of them are the best player in their class. Like career. I'm not talking like right now. I'm talking.
Yeah, that's a hot take. But yeah, I mean, that's obviously a hot take because we've watched all these guys play 6 games. But look, it's
Evan Mobley is a stud.
Evan Mobley's a freak. I think I'm with you that I think I was on this hill. I thought Evan Mobley was the best player in this class coming in.
That's not our only out. Scotty Barnes looks
Scotty
sick.
Barnes is scoring
Looks
the ball
like
a lot.
Pro. Looks like a
scoring
stud.
the ball a lot.
He's averaging like 18, 20 a game or something. Mm-hmm. Boarding it,
folks.
Point forwarding it.
The draft preview. Look back. I said, and I wasn't. It was a hot take. I was like, Giannis-esque.
6 games looking kind of Giannis-esque.
Do you see that clip from free throw line to free throw line? 3 dribbles, dunk. Seen Giannis do that.
We got some outs. There's still huge upside with Jalen Suggs, although
Jalen Suggs has been awful.
Been
so
very
far.
bad. Been very bad.
Here, okay. Bink. Jalen Suggs isn't the best Magic rookie.
Ooh, I love it.
Franz Wagner's been great.
I was never a Franz guy, but I love this hot take.
He's been great so far. Jalen Suggs looks like the game is a little too fast for him right now. He looks like the size, the athleticism, it's affecting him a little bit. And these are hot takes, folks. These guys are 19 years old. They have played 6 games in the NBA. It is hard. Franz Wagner looks like he's got it.
Looks like he gets it.
He's in. Scoring more points, getting more rebounds. Franz Wagner's look great. Hot take. Franz Wagner's the best rookie on the Orlando Magic.
Oh, I love that take. I love it. This one is just kind of, I just want to bring up the conversation.
Hold on. I got another rookie take.
Go ahead. I don't have any more.
There's going to be 2 rookies that you could make an argument should be all defense this year.
Ooh.
Scotty Barnes, Davion Mitchell.
Ooh, Davion Mitchell.
Davion Mitchell, every single night, I just see him locking up the best players in the NBA.
We need to look and see if it's ever happened. He might be first team all defense his rookie year.
He doesn't start.
Nuts.
He doesn't start, which hurts him. I don't know
care.
how common that is. He's not going to be first team all defense.
While we're on the topic of all defense, Matisse Thybulle is a sicko. That dude is a transformer of a basketball player. Dude is
never seen
up.
someone block so many jump shots at whatever he is, 6'4", 6'5".
This dude covers to the corner from the lane in milliseconds.
I've never seen someone grab a jump shot out of the air when it's being shot.
This dude blocks corner threes every night. It's nuts.
Pull-up jump shot, he just grabbed it out of the air.
Palmed it.
The guy shooting it was 6'8".
The dude is on another level.
He's hashtag different. Do I have any more rookie stuff? No, I have one more player thing.
I do not have.
I have 2 more player things, actually.
All right, I have a player thing. This is not a hot take, but I just want to bring up how good they've been and how much they still don't have right now. Steph Curry's the best player in the Western Conference, and they should be the favorite to come out of that conference and go to the finals. That's not that hot of a take because Steph Curry is an all-time player. But I'm not sure what the odds are for the conference right now. He's probably up there.
Yeah, they got pretty good odds right now.
Better than Anthony Davis, better than LeBron, better than who else? Paul
Suns
George,
guys,
Booker, which not that hot of a take. Just wanted to bring it up. They're like 6-1, and they don't have a lot of guys back yet.
Yeah, I think
Clay and Kuminga, whatever they get from him.
Yeah, I think for me going into the year, I thought he was the best player in the West. LeBron James is obviously pretty good, but LeBron just doesn't play that much anymore.
Stephen Curry, one of the best 10 or 12 players of all time. Go ahead. Not that hot of a take. Just wanted to float it out there, just so people know.
You want to? I don't know if this one's I'll give you the lighter one, the one that's less consequential. Miles Bridges is going to win Most Improved Player.
Dudes look nuts. God, he is so fun to watch.
He's incredible. That Hornets team is very fun to watch.
Walks on clouds. Just floats around.
He's shooting the 3 well, which that was the piece. He's shooting the 3 at a high clip, plays great defense. He's on a fun team. Miles Bridges, Most Improved Player. Okay, this one's a little bit more steamy. This one's a little bit more hot.
Okay.
This player will finish top 5 in MVP voting this year.
Ooh, so this could be a bomb deep shot. Go ahead.
Ja Morant.
Oh, I said that he could win MVP on the Western. He was like my
Did you?
hot take. He's tied for the league lead in scoring right now.
Yeah, I know.
He's almost averaging 29 points a game.
I don't know if this is still the case. Going into
I think I know what
Saturday, he was leading the league in points in the paint. It was like
him,
Anthony
Rudy
Davis,
Gobert.
Giannis, Rudy Gobert, and Ja Morant.
I saw that graphic.
He is disgusting. He's a different type of player.
I brought him up in long shot to win MVP. We just didn't know if they could finish high enough in the West.
That's the thing. I had win MVP. I don't think their team is going to be good enough for him to win MVP.
He'll be up there.
He is going to have that Julius Randle type of.
No doubt.
They're like, you got to put him in there, but he can't win.
Yeah, he looks awesome. I want to more bring up a player conversation, but the hot take is the new foul rules have ruined James Harden and other prominent scorers in the league. I just wanted to bring it up.
This was not a hot take. I love it. The game is so much more fun to watch.
Fantastic. That bullshit last year sucked. And it'd
been the last 3 or 4 years, really.
We're super hardcore for the NBA. You for super hardcore. For casual fans, that's so shit to watch. To watch people flopping around and flailing.
No matter where you are, it's not fun.
Specifically, guys or people that like the college game more, maybe just really hate. So right now, Luka is averaging 22 a game. Devin Booker is averaging 22. Damian Lillard's only averaging 19 a game right now, and Harden's averaging 18 a game.
What's Trae Young averaging?
24-ish, I want to say. 24, 25. I'm not sure what he averaged last year.
I think James Harden last game had a pretty okay game. James Harden to me,
we're like 7 games in, but
James Harden to me has a genius level basketball mind, and I think he'll figure something else out. That dude sees the game in a different way than most any other player in the NBA, so I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
But it definitely makes it way more fun to watch. The game flows. The game was so choppy. So choppy. There was a foul every single possession.
But it does allow these guys to guard them a little differently, which, I mean, just bringing up Lillard's just not shooting very well. Harden hasn't shot it very well. It just changes how they have to approach. I mean, 15, 20 games from now when they all adjust because they're the elite scorers in the league, they'll be up where their career averages probably are. But right now, there's at least an adjustment that needs to be made, which
it's great.
I love.
It's great. The game is
so much better for the game.
Much more fun to watch.
Go ahead.
This is one that I'm sure you agree with. Cavaliers can make the playoffs.
Oh, I got the same take.
Yeah. Cleveland can make the playoffs.
What I said is they are much, much, much closer to a playoff team than they are to picking in like the top 10 or 12. Much closer. They're solid. I wrote these down. They won in Atlanta, they won in Denver, and they won at the Clippers. Won all those games outright.
No, they lost to the Lakers.
They lost at the Lakers, at the Suns, at the Grizzlies.
It's a tough stretch of games.
6 elite teams, all on the road.
Yeah, and they're fared fine.
They're 3 and 4. They also lost to the Pelicans, I think, or no, to Charlotte at home. I think they're 3 and 4.
No bad losses there.
With a gauntlet of teams here, all on the road. They've been super impressed. They looked pretty good.
Bill Simmons talked about this on his podcast. Everyone in NBA circles is talking about this. Evan Mobley is the real deal.
Freak show, folks.
Going into the draft, this is what I said. I said, if you could make the perfect big man prospect for the modern NBA, it would be Evan Mobley. He does everything. He's awesome. Switchable. He moves side to side. He's as good a shot blocker as I've ever seen. This is why it works. He can guard 3 positions legitimately. Not switch on to 3 positions. He can legitimately guard 3 positions.
You can play him with Markkanen, and you can play him with Jarrett Allen. You can play him with Kevin Love. These giant lineups work because he can guard like 2 and 3 guards. He's awesome.
So all these comps going in, like after watching 6 or 7 games, I don't think any of them, like these comps were Garnett, Anthony Davis, like super high, and I don't think any of those comps are crazy.
How are his offensive numbers looking? I know he's just dominating defensively.
He's okay, I think. He's not shooting the 3 super well, but the mechanics are there. He's going to be a league average 3-point shooter. He's going to make you respect his jump shot. He's a really good passer for his size, and he kind of has like on-ball, like sort of Garnett-ish, Davis-ish flashes of on-ball shake.
I really like in the like the pick and roll, like the dump off to him, the playmaking he can pass.
Yeah, he's every big
in the short roll. NBA, he's really good.
That short roll, that's pivotal.
You gotta be able to play make or score from that area. He's really, really good at it. Had that too. My Cavs, baby. The last one I have is Basically, I just want to talk about the Boston Celtics. I think they'll be in the play-in game.
I have next. They could miss the playoffs.
They could miss the fucking playoffs.
How? How is this possible?
They have two of the best players in the league. The supporting cast stinks.
Does it stink that bad, though? Like, Dennis Schroeder was the third best player in the Lakers last year, and they were killing everybody.
Yeah, I'm just not inspired by the supporting cast.
It's something with the chemistry. I think the individual players, to me, seem like they should be good enough. But for whatever reason, them together just doesn't seem to work.
It's not vibing. Who's the rest? I'm going to bring up their...
Robert Williams at center.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart. Enes Kanter doesn't play at all. He doesn't even get on the court.
Getting in? It's Jabari Parker, Peyton Pritchard. Josh Richardson, I don't think is that good. He's like a fine, like, 6th or 7th
Nesmith, it
guy.
looks like they're not playing him at all, which I think a lot of Celtics fans are upset about.
Williams. I just don't think they have a lot of options outside of the big two.
Yeah, you would think those two alone. I mean...
And I start going through...
I just came up with a hot take in my head.
Fire. Let it rip.
There's almost no gap between Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown is awesome.
Yeah.
He's so good. And that's not even a slide on Jason Tatum.
No.
Jaylen Brown is awesome.
Incredible. They're both top 25 guys in the league.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would say that's hot. Maybe it's not that hot, but the gap is almost non-existent between those two.
Jaylen Brown still, maybe it's just like the shadow of Tatum on his own team, but it seems like he's just not unknown, but he's just really, really underrated still.
Yeah, he is.
But
fucking casuals, bro.
Yeah, casuals, dude. Fucking grind the tape.
What do you not have league pass? Fuck.
Yeah, losers. Yeah, I think they can miss the playoffs. I started going through. I mean, they've lost twice to the Wizards. We can talk about the Wizards. The Wizards look good. I was wrong about the Wizards.
I said going in they would be fine.
Yeah.
I still think they're fine.
They're 5-1. They beat the Celtics twice. So you're talking Celtics playoffs. Knicks, Heat,
Bucks, Nets,
Bulls,
Hawks.
Bucks, Nets, Hawks, 76ers,
probably.
Raptors. We talked about the Cavs.
The Raptors I've loved everything that I wanted to see from the Raptors. I've seen. I love watching them play.
I think I'll probably be wrong on their win total.
They're young.
But yeah, there's like 9 or 10 teams where you could have a fight. And the Celtics are 2-4. They don't. The chemistry is off.
The Pacers are 1-6, but they're better than that. They'll probably start winning some games.
They'll probably
at some
be
point.
A league average teamish.
And they'll be in playoff discussion. Yeah.
They could be in trouble. They got to figure it out. We wrote down the same thing. I love it.
There's 2 bad teams in the East,
and they're very bad. But yeah,
you only get to play them twice. I guess. Yeah, no, they play those teams twice.
Any other hot takes?
Lakers might not be a top 5 team in the West.
We both took their win total over because we thought
that's not going to happen.
No.
It's not going to happen.
They're in deep shit.
Yeah, it's not working.
You were spot on with they can't guard a soul.
Nope.
They're
the wrestling isn't working.
Awful on defense. And the offense, it just doesn't fit. The players don't fit.
No, Russ doesn't fit with any players. Russ doesn't fit with any players.
It looks like he's playing hard. He tries real hard, a lot of energy. He's not a winning player. He stinks.
He's running around real fast.
He's running hard. He's playing hard. He's fast. He's flopping around. He does his little drive thing where he's herky-jerky and he barrels into you and tries to pass and tries to draw a foul. He sucks. He can't shoot. Doesn't work with LeBron because LeBron needs the ball for them to be at their best. LeBron, AD, pick and roll, pick and pop, finding passers or passing to find shooters. And when you pass it and find shooters and it's Russ in the corner, I got bad news. It ain't going in.
No, it's not.
They're in deep shit. Deep shit.
Deep shit. Deep shit.
I don't know. I mean, right now, there's a lot of bad matchups for them. There's a lot of bad matchups for them.
People are wondering who the 5. Warriors, Jazz, Nuggets. Suns. Warriors, Jazz, Nuggets, Suns. So I think
I still think
they're better than all the other rest of the teams.
I think they're fifth. It wouldn't.
They're better than Portland. They're better than Dallas. They're better than Minnesota.
It wouldn't shock
Sacramento,
me.
Memphis.
It probably would shock me if the Grizzlies beat them in a series.
Spurs, Clippers. Yeah. Okay. So I think there's a potential they could be the 5th. Right now, they're 5th.
100%. I would not take them in a series over any of those 4 teams.
Much like we talked about the Chiefs earlier, if they win the NBA Finals,
wouldn't shock me.
I'm not going to be shocked if LeBron James wins the NBA Finals.
He wins a lot.
I've seen him win a lot of games. Another one, not that hot. Timberwolves can make the playoffs.
Yep, that number stunk.
Plucky.
Preseason.
Feisty as hell.
Their number was like 36 or 37. I thought it was extremely high. But yeah, Anthony Edwards
could be an all-star this year. There's a hot take for you.
Solid. Yeah, he's taking a nice step. They could be in that I think they're in that play-in talk. 7, 8, 9.
This might not be a hot take at all. Pelicans are going to pick in the top 5 this year, or they're going to be top 5 lottery odds.
Oh yeah, they suck.
Yeah, they're not good at all.
Over under. Let's see, half would be 41. Over under 25 and a half games played for Zion for the Pelicans this year. 25 and a half.
Fuck! Sorry, I'm watching Sunday Night Football. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. That's good for Wes.
Maybe. Oh, I'm going to lose by...
Oh, that fucking sucks. Cooper Rush, suck my dick, dude. Fuck me. Cooper Rush's dad. Oh, I'm so excited. Fuck you. Shut up. Oh. We were having fun. Now I'm not having any fun
What happened?
anymore.
What did that lose you?
The Vikings +4 or -4?
Vikings are -4.
Yeah, well, that lost me that. Sad. Very, very sad. Yeah, that's the only hot takes I got. The Pelicans fucking suck. I think they could use some guard defense and some better guards. If they had like a Lonzo Ball and Drew Holiday type, they'd look a lot better right now. They just gave both those guys
fucking
away.
Egregious
Basically.
They didn't re-sign Lonzo Ball. What a perfect fit.
Drew Holiday too.
Yeah.
They just gave him away, basically.
When was that?
That was before last season.
So
they just traded him away for not great
or post Zion's rookie year. Off season.
Yeah, I think right. Last year was the second year. Yeah. I guess we'll see what all those picks turn into. What team have we seen win a finals that accumulated a bunch of draft picks? Have we ever seen a team win the finals when they did that? No. Never.
No. Man, what a swing and a miss. We can end it on this by trashing the Celtics a little more. What a swing and a miss, that war chest of...
Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum.
Yeah, but those were their own. I mean, those were...
No, that wasn't... Jason Tatum wasn't their own pick. Jason Tatum was one of the picks they got.
I
think neither of those were their own pick, actually. Yeah, neither of those were their own pick.
Jaylen was taken 4th, right?
They were both taken... They were both taken 3rd or 4th.
I thought one of those was either
one was 3, one was 4. I don't remember which.
They had folks, picks in like the mid-20s don't work out a lot in the NBA.
It's not very likely. But
Tough.
dude, Giannis got picked 16th, dude. So we'll just get Giannis.
Yeah, just draft Giannis.
Dude, Manu Ginobili got picked in the 2nd round. We'll just get Manu Ginobili. No, you won't.
Easy game.
Dude, Draymond Green got picked in the 2nd round. Hall of Famers get picked in the 2nd round once every 10 years.
MVP of the league. 2nd round pick.
Yeah.
Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
Just pick the MVP guy.
What the fuck is happening there?
I don't know why I just racked out of focus, but we're back.
And now we're gone.
Okay,
that was fun. Good pod.
We'll be back. We're talking Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Chlorette. We're gonna Chlorette. That's just a little thing you say. We're gonna actually have it out on Wednesday because we'll record Tuesday after the show this time. We'll have it out on time on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. Spread Pick Show on Friday. All the content you could ever want coming your way.
Okay.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Later, folks.